Hi everyone, welcome to This Is Your 20s. My name is Meredith.
My name is Elise.
And we are here in St. Louis today.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We are currently in the only lifestyle fashion house, okay? If you don't know what that is, check them out. Shop Ambition on Instagram, check them out. But today we have a wonderful, wonderful guest with us. I'm so excited. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, but a little background on our guest here. Bigtone. This is the Bigtone. So
it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. So this episode was supposed to happen, what, in March?
In March, yeah.
And so it's just COVID and everything. It's just been wild. So we're finally here doing this podcast. So yeah, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. What's your story? Where are you from? What do you do?
Okay. Well, I'm from St. Louis. My name is Bigtone. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Born and raised. Well, raised in Arkansas and raised in St. Louis too. But I bodyguard for some of the top artists, top artists that y'all see, entertainers. Been doing security since the age of 24 for like 10 years now. So that's what I do in a nutshell.
All right, he's not gonna brag on himself too much. But let me just tell you who Bigtone is. So Bigtone works with Smino, one of my favorite artists. Nelly, you've worked with Solange, you've worked with Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Just
about everybody. So Metro Boomin, Smino, Solange, Leighton Green. She's with Quality Control. Tiffany Evans, Monique, Wendy Raquel from the Steve Harvey show. Who else? A few pastors. Corey Bush, the senator for St. Louis. I work for her, and other people as well. Like, so it's just my portfolio and resume is long. So
wow,
yeah,
wow, that's amazing.
It's refreshing to see someone like as high up as you are be so humble. Like,
yeah,
it's
so
really
humble.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So little backstory on how this whole podcast came together, why we're here today. As you know, we preach in this podcast, the universe works in very amazing ways. So back in January, over New Year's, I was up in Chicago, and it was after a night out. Was it New Year's Eve, or was it?
I want to say around that time. Yeah.
It was around that time, but it's like 2 a.m. I'm Ubering home. Pretty drunk, okay? My Uber driver...
I believe you used the word hammered.
Hammered, yeah. Hammered. So, anyway, so I get in this Uber. The Uber driver gets like a ding and is like, hey, do you care if we pick someone else up? And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I love people. Let's go. We pick up Devontae, who is an artist signed with Drake. I did not know that at the time. I was showing him like some of my music that I had made, not knowing who was in the backseat of this Uber. And he's like, I'm actually going to a studio right now. And I was like, really? So I was like, can I come? He's like, yeah. So we go to the studio. Turns out it's Classic Studios in Chicago, one of the top Chicago studios. And sitting there is Bigtone, another artist, Alicia, just an amazing woman as well. I look up to her a lot. Was there recording with Devontae. Bigtone and I talked all night. He made sure I got home safe and everything. And I was like, we need to make this podcast happen. So that was the story of how we met. I haven't seen you since then. It's been
a long time, man.
Yeah, you've been traveling too. You've been going to LA and traveling with all these artists. So you're doing your thing.
Well, we moving a little bit, but not as much. But you know, we still like doing shows and I guess virtual shows. But I mean, I'm still there just for the presence.
Yeah,
you know, some funny stuff. Basically.
Right, definitely. Yeah. So I guess this podcast is, I really just want you to tell your full story because it's going to inspire a lot of people. But you can start wherever you want, really. Just tell them what made you who you are today.
Well, what made me who I am today, man? Well, of course, everybody knows, everybody have a story of the streets, and we started off in the streets. It was a bad choice, but it was part of my journey. But I've always been a protective person by nature. So every time me and my friends would go out, I've always made sure that we was always good on protection. Mm-hmm. So one of my friends was in a barbershop, what was it, St. Louis Avenue and Grand at a Breeze Barbershop. And my homie Keelan and Church Boy and my homie Johnny, we was all having a conversation. They was like, man, why don't you get into security, bro? Like, you big, bro. You always make sure that we good. So I was like, nah, I don't know, man. That ain't really my thing, man. But I tried it. I actually did it with Stewie Rock. This guy named Jay Nick. Well, he was going by Jay Nix at the time. And him and Future did a mixtape called These Hooks Ain't Free. So, and the FBU, it was FDU and Free Band Game mixtape. So they put that out. So they gave me a start with Corey B, Stewie Rock, the whole FDU gang. They did a show here at this club called The Loft, and I tried it out, and I actually liked it because I fell in love with it that moment because they were more interested in seeing me than the artist. They was like, damn, I want to see how big this bodyguard is. Who is he with? And, you know, they was more so intrigued in seeing me. So I got that. And then over time, Corey B started giving and that's my cousin. He started doing more parties here and getting more artists here. So then I started off doing security for him. And then we did Cash Out. This guy named Pretty Tony.
Wow.
Flocka and the Migos in
Holy
2000
shit.
when Versace was popping. So I was their bodyguard for a while. And then they did that. Then they came here. And then just took off from there. And I never looked back. I just kept doing security. Like, I kept doing bodyguard. But, of course, I was a club bouncer. But that didn't last long. I just started taking off to being a celebrity bodyguard, like executive protection.
Yeah, definitely. So shout out your company, your brand.
So my brand is Dillards Executive Protection. It's a company I started in 2015. We've been in business 2015. Man, been highly successful. It's Dillards Executive Protection, man. We getting the website going with, so we'll be having that live here soon and merch as well. But yeah, man. So that's what I do. I'm an entrepreneur. I own the dog groomer salon as well.
No way.
I didn't even know that. Wait, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Do you have any dogs?
I used to. I had 2 Great Danes, an English Bulldog, and a teacup Yorkie.
A teacup Yorkie?
All right,
I'm
after
sorry.
this,
I'd love to see a picture of
yeah,
that.
I need to see a picture. It's a
Just
must.
like
It's a must.
So
Well,
it fit right in my hand. Like,
Yeah,
but these,
right.
Some of my friends, we on tour like that because my hand's so big. They named my hands These.
yeah. Also, can we just like compare? Right, we were doing this earlier. Like
Oh
he was
my
like
God.
he was teaching me the St. Louis L,
Yeah,
and I looked when he was like, "Well, my L's a lot bigger than most people."
Mine say St. Louis, like
the whole L.
yeah.
No, but thank
so
you for
funny.
inviting us to your city and showing
sure.
us your
Yeah.
city. I love St. Louis. I mean, we've had just such a good weekend here so far.
yeah, so far it's been amazing.
it's been amazing.
And
so.
you have like a circle around you. It's very
Yeah.
clear that the people that you surround yourself with are like
family.
Yeah, it feels like, I mean, we've been here for a few hours in this, gorgeous store, and it, like, from the minute we walked in, we felt so welcome. So,
Yeah,
what
it's
is
all
it?
love.
Yeah.
It's really all love. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I honestly love about the music industry. I'm like brand new to the music industry, but like seeing that connection and love, that's what music is to me. Music is love. Music is connection and connecting people. And so I think like that's a very good demonstration. And you need a team too. Like we're going to talk about, like what that team aspect means to you and what that is. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. And
Man, I appreciate y'all pulling up. Like I say, I'll surround myself around people that's great to me, and I want to be just like them. It's like, okay, I wanted to change my whole way of life and how I was living, so I just started surrounding myself around like the people that I wanted to be like. And so they embrace me. So it's like I keep my circle small. I have a large following, but I keep my circle small.
Yes.
You know, so, and that's just how I always. That's how I always operate. Like I keep my circle small, but these people are go-getters and they life changers.
Yeah.
So that's how I operate.
Yeah,
that.
that's you too. You really are. But tell me, before being in the music industry and being a bodyguard, what was your life like? Tell me about childhood or 20-year-old Tony.
So I was an athlete, like a super athlete. Played basketball majority of my whole life. I was a academic scholar. At like 6th grade, I wanted to be a meteorologist and a scientist.
Wow.
And then I had a scholarship to go to this school called the University of Missouri St. Louis.
Okay.
And it was I was on the National Honor Society. It was like some program for like top honor students, and I was on that. I think that was like around the world, and no, in the nation, and I was in the top list. So
wow.
Yeah, man. So I was always into like learning. I had a thirst for learning, and so played football, played basketball and baseball. But basketball I was pretty good at, but football is what got me to that next level. 20-year-old me, I was able to go to college. I was able to see the world a little bit. Graduated with top honors and out of high school. I didn't finish college. I left my sophomore year, but I did pretty good. Went to Canada, then came back to St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you doing in Canada?
Football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where in Canada?
Edmonton.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so I was
cool.
just trying to try out for the football team out there. Didn't really make it. And then my heart wasn't in it no more. Once the business aspect of football got involved,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
College sports, I was a college athlete as well. I played tennis, and I wasn't obviously at the level that you were at. I don't think I played at a smaller school, but still, it's like the amount of sacrifice that it takes when you're surrounded by an environment where everyone is kind of living their best life, or like, you know, exploring what it means to be like a young 20-year-old and getting all these like new exposure to things. It can be difficult.
Yeah.
There are a lot of times where I was like, why am I doing this again? Because I wasn't getting paid money. And then I was like,
definitely.
it's hard to make those decisions when you're in your early 20s too, for like the rest of your life, because you're like, I've been doing this my entire life. Now what do I do?
Like, what's next?
Yeah, exactly.
That was a hard transition. Like, okay, what's next? Like, what do I do now? Like, I'm so used to playing football, just so used to playing sports. What am I doing now? Like, what's my next goal? I battled with that for like 3 years. I was like, man, what am I? And then by the age of 23, I was like, I got to figure this thing out. So then that's when I got into, like I said, bodyguard. But it wasn't an easy journey of getting to that point, though.
Right.
It wasn't easy at all.
Right.
A lot of failures, a lot of mishaps, but you know, we figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give up though. That's for damn sure. I ain't give up.
Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah.
Never give up.
How do you so what is a piece of advice you would give to someone who's maybe in a similar situation as you, where they're like, I don't know what to do next, like, or they feel like they're maybe on the verge of giving up, and obviously you didn't, and look where you are now, like, in hindsight, what would you tell someone in the same position as you to do in order to like find that next step?
Well, number one, I mean, I'm a spiritual guy. I believe in God. I pray.
Yes,
and,
me too.
I talk to God. I have a conversation. So whichever way He may lead me, that's which way I'm gonna go. But I always pray, you know, lead me in the path that You see fit for me, and whichever way I'm gonna go. Like, and then I just trust in that, and I just go for it. But it was a scripture I always use, Jeremiah 29:11. It's like I read that every day, and but my piece of advice is don't give up. Like you got, you know, that's the whole cliche of everything. Everybody say don't give up, don't give up.
Right.
But it's like get a mentor. I got a mentor. I surrounded myself around people that I wanted to be like. Studied them, watched how they move, watched how they operated.
Yep.
And then I just started asking questions, taking notes what works for me. And whatever they gave me, I just started figuring out what works for me, what works for me. So then when I wanted to go into business, I already had $1 billion mindset. I just put that into action. So it's like you gain the knowledge, you study it, you come up with a plan, and you execute that plan. You can't go wrong with a plan that you wrote for yourself.
Right.
Right. But some people, somehow it don't work out like that. But I ain't never seen it. Like I always made a plan for myself, and then I just executed. Like when I met, you know, we'll get into that, but I was gonna get into the backstory of how I met Smino, but
that was actually my next question. So I guess what's the story behind that? Who was the first, I guess, introduction? What was the first introduction to Smino?
So Bigtone and Metro Boomin had a show here at this club called the show venue called the Pageant, and Smino and my homie Sierra was pulled up backstage. I never met him.
It's like Sierra?
No, not
okay.
No, it's like his sister, like God's sister. So
okay,
gotcha.
I was like, you can't just drop that. And be like, it's whatever.
I know, right? But they pulled up Metro. I never heard of Smino, never met him. But you know, then when Metro Boomin told me, he was like, "Oh man, this my homie Smino." And then Smino told me, he's like, "Yeah, we got a show. He has a show that following week. So I was like, well, I just stayed, you know, on behalf of Boominati, I just stayed. So stayed, did an amazing show. Like, me and my sister went, my sister Brittany, we went to the show, and he put on an amazing show. And I was like, damn, I've been missing out, you know what I'm saying? So I've been missing out. So then he was getting ready to do the meet and greet after the show. But I'm a bodyguard, so it's like I'm already watching. Like, I'm like, bro, who you with? Like, you by your damn self? Like,
yeah.
I got you, bro. I got you. So I told my sister go grab my all my gear, and I always had it in the car, always. So because you never know.
Prepared.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta stay ready, man. That's why you gotta get ready. You feel me? So I had so we changed clothes. And then I've been security for him at the meet and greet. Then he had an after party. He was like, man, you going to the after party? I'm like, yeah, bro, I got you all night because I got you. It's on me. So then the night, that's when I met his brother Trail, all of them, you know.
He's in here too.
I met everybody. So and that night he was just like, man, bro, I'll rock with you, bro. You know. And then the following year he had a show. I had just came back out of town, but I wasn't doing bodyguard. I had just did some training, you know, so preparing for it. We just came back, found out he was in St. Louis. This is 2018. Found out he was in St. Louis, bought 4 tickets just to show support to my homie. Then I pulled up, and then after that, they told me about the tour and told me about the Hoopty tour that they got coming up, that they gonna be needing me. So I was like, all right, bet, let's make it make sense. And then from there, it just been locked in.
History. When was that? What year?
2000. So when I first met in 2017. The following year, 2018, and the Hoopty tour was 2019.
Wow.
So cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Smino is like literally one of my favorite artists. I found him a couple years ago.
For sure.
But like, it's like, it was so exciting for me to meet you, and not only meet you, but talk to you all night. Like, that night was so special to me. I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Because just hearing your story was just so inspiring to me.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that we already had this podcast, like, where we're able to tell the story. So it's just like a crazy experience for me personally. But I'm curious, when did you work with Solange and Metro Boomin? Were they kind of in between Smino, or have you been purely Smino in the past couple of years?
Well, the past 2 years, the past year and this year has been like fully Smino.
Okay.
I met Solange in 2019. This was like June. We had, and it's so crazy how that happened. Like, it's the story behind everything. I'm still surprised over that. But I had, I met her. We had just missed. We were supposed to do this show in New York, and we had just missed the flight. Our flights got canceled, and Classic, which is his manager, he called us like, "Yo, the flights got canceled. Like, we gonna go the next day. We gonna go there Saturday." So Friday, they was doing something in Chicago. It was some event going on. Solange was in town. They called me like, "Yo, man, I need you to do security. Are you up to do security for Solange?" I hung up. I'm like, bro, like, it's too early to be playing like this, man. So I hung up on him. So he called back. He was like, "Man, I'm not playing, bro. I'm serious." I'm like, "All right, bro. All right." So when it set it up, so then he set it up, and then he set it up, and then when I showed up to the hotel, you know, it was like go time because I seen her now. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, that was the first time I was like starstruck. Right. So I was starstruck. I'm like, damn, I'm about to do security for Solange. Yeah. You know how many, like, this is important. Like, not saying everybody else ain't important, but this like, yo, this is Solange, yo. Right. Yeah. So and then it just took off from there. And then so when that happened, it just was life changing, and I was with her the whole time. And then it just was like off and on. So it was just off and on. So so with Metro, I was with Metro Boomin, when Karate Chop. But I mean, that's like my brother though. Like, Metro is like, the blood came back is no closer. I've been around bro since he was 15 years old. So I seen him grow from a boy to a man.
That's insane.
A young man to a grown man.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my brother. Like, so I've been around him my whole life.
Yeah. Wow.
So I have a question about kind of the transition of going from, doing, wanting to be a bodyguard and be in the, security business, and then finally meeting like Solange and meeting like these big names. Like for me, even, I'm not going to lie to you, like even being in this studio right now and around some of these people, it's like, whoa, am I meant to be here? Like, am I meant to be talking to these people? And so I would love to just gain any advice that you have about how you kind of got past that initial fear of like, I'm not supposed to be here maybe, and really just was like, this is who I am, I'm meant to do this, kind of what that mindset shift looked like for you.
Well, it didn't really hit me until 2017. My homie Karan Bowden, he was a mentor, he's my actual mentor. Karan Bowden, my big brother Kyle, he go by Q, he got the shop in Bishop. He was just like, it was countless other people. So if I don't mention y'all names, I apologize. but those two right now are the people that popped in my head. Like,
oh my gosh, sorry.
His name, like I said, Karan Bowden and Cal. So they just told me like, man, embrace what you're doing. Like, embrace this. Like, this is what you do. Like, you are present. Like, you are somebody of greatness right now. Like, people look up to you when when I walk around, people respect me. Like, I got to the point, and it's like, it just hit me. I've gotten to the point where my name is like valuable. Like, when somebody seen me in the club, they were like, damn, like, you got Bigtone with you, bro. You must be important. And I heard it, but it didn't really register. And I was like, damn, did they just say that? But then I got home, I'm like, damn, he really did just say that shit. So, because he said it in the post, the guy said it in the post. I just followed him just because I was like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah, man.
That's, I mean, I honestly, like, genuinely know, too, that, like, if you do everything with a good heart and you genuinely care about the people you're around, like, you will get where you need to be. And that's you. Like, you genuinely care about the well-being, not only the safety and protection of others, but the well-being and how they are and mentally. And, like, I really respect that about you.
I appreciate that.
That's why they're family. That's why that you guys get so close. It's like, you are the glue for a lot of people,
Yeah. Not only just that too, like I'm a compassionate person.
Yes.
So I just want to I put that out there to the atmosphere because I want it back, and I give respect. I'm a man of integrity and respect, so I carry myself as such. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
When I'm looking out for them, like with Smino, because I can use him for a prime example because that's my homie. So it's like he's trusting me to protect him, so I have to show up.
Yeah.
And and people don't value trust anymore.
Right.
So and I think that's a lot of people really stop valuing life in general. But I value trust. I'd rather you trust me than to love me because I know the love is gonna come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'd rather you trust me because that is earned and that's a constant. And if a person trusts you, it's like you got their love.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, some people may look at it differently. But I'm real big on trust. It's like if I earn your trust, then it's okay.
Right. And I'm really big on that too. Like, you don't have to like me, but if you respect me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all love. I know, I don't care what your opinion is of me. I know what I stand for, and I know that I'm all love always. You know, and I feel like you're the same way.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Well, and I think like what you said, trust to me is like the action of love. Does that make sense? So it's like love. Trust is love in action, and so like you said, love comes next. And I think that is extremely rare nowadays. And then you had mentioned something about, just trust in general, and I'm curious about how, like, that responsibility of, like, okay, it is my job to protect this person. What is that like? Is that extra pressure for you, or is that, like, something where you step into that element and you're like, oh, I got this? You know what I mean?
I feel like, because it's like I'm comfortable in that aspect. Like, I'm comfortable because I'm a natural loyal person.
Yeah.
And what I'm showing true loyalty to these people because I'm putting my life on the line to protect them. But people really don't understand how severe and serious my job is. It's like if some things pop off, they run away from the danger. I have to run to it.
Right.
Exactly.
And I have to get my client out of the situation.
Wow.
Executing plans to get out before he even step into the building. I make sure that I go through every security measure. Like, I make sure I know where every exit sign is, what's the best way to get out of certain situations. I'm always thinking. I'm always playing defense and offense against everybody inside the crowd. I'm making sure. I learned this from this guy. His name is Shamir. I think I'm saying his name right, but he has this company called the Shadow Group, and it's a big time bodyguard company. I think he's based in Miami, but he worked with some of the top people, and him and this guy named Big Jizzle, and he's not my stepdad, but he was a guy that I really looked up to. His name is Ben. He's from St. Louis, and he that's how I got to start. And I always wanted to be like him, so it was like I always watched how he operated. So I was like, damn, like this shit is fun. Like you around all the big time stars, like you know what I'm saying. So after that, I was like, man, fuck it, I'm about to be the same thing, bro. I'm about to be the same thing. So
there's like having a mentor is so important.
There's power in that.
Like having a vision for what you want your life to be is the only way you're gonna get what you really were supposed to do in life. You know, like that's really, really cool.
Yeah. Well, and I think people underestimate the power of that too. I think we live in like a day and age where everything is so through a screen, and then you forget that there's a village of people around you that are willing to like uplift you and support you. And most of the time those people, if you literally just say, hey, I need help, or I'm interested in what you do, 9 times out of 10 they're going to be like, oh hell yeah, like let me show you the ropes, let me show you how it's done.
I was once in your shoes.
Yeah. And one thing I've learned, especially from Elise, is that ask and you shall receive. You never know like the power of an ask. I'm kind of more of the, out of the two of us, we talked about like the balance thing, but I'm more of the one that's like a little bit more cautious, and Elise is like, let me just jump right in, like let me take a leap. And I
we're
think
good balance that way.
I'm like, let's be safe while we take the leap.
I'm like,
you
fuck
know
it,
what I mean?
let's go.
But I think it's really important, like, and it just goes to show it's in any industry, in any aspect, any career, like having the willingness to just say like, can I shadow you? Can I watch you do this? Is like such a powerful, it speaks volumes.
That goes way further, yeah, definitely. All right, I have some questions about, well, I kind of asked you like what you would tell your 20-year-old self, but, okay, kind of switching gears actually.
Okay.
From working with all these artists, what would you tell young and upcoming artists about the industry and about the spotlight, the lifestyle? Because you see both sides. You see them on stage in front of thousands, and then you see them behind the scenes. Like, what is the difference? Like, is it mentally draining to be that person that so many people idolize? And I honestly think they're in good hands to have people like you backstage. They need that. But what's your take on that?
Well, the people. Well, I would just say with Smino, because I just use him for an example. He's a well balanced person. Like he know how to be a superstar, and then he know how to be regular. But he's going to be 100% who he is, on and off the stage. And you know, I've learned that from like you can't really tell him what to do. Like he's gonna do what he want to do regardless, and then he's going to be there on time. But you can't rush him. You know. And I learned that like, damn, like you got control of all of this shit. And I'm young, I'm older than him, but he's just a. I've learned. You can learn from anybody, no matter what age. But I just was like, damn, like you really control the crowd. Like this, it was a well balanced thing. But you know, so that's what I would say about that aspect, like being balanced. Like they're well balanced people. The majority of the people that I work for, even with Metro, he's a well balanced person. Like really mellow and chill, and on and off. But you know, when the lights come on, you gotta go into this is what
perform
they do.
mode.
You know?
Sure.
But when they off the stage, it's just like they just do the regular things that everybody else do. You know, chilling with the homies, laughing and playing. You know, the whole time. But and that's about it. Well, you know, with that, so balance.
That lifestyle is like honestly what the only way I see my life being. Honestly, just like doing what you love, waking up excited every day for what you love. And that's what we preach in this podcast. Like, our mission is to help young people understand that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know, like, you should not live a life working a 9 to 5 that you hate. You just shouldn't. Like, if some people are meant to do that, they're happy.
And
cool.
that's okay. Like,
and that's okay.
No, that's
We're
okay
not
too.
shitting on a 9 to 5, obviously. I just want everyone to be happy. And I think society has told so many people that they need to have this construct of a lifestyle. Go to college, get a job, and then work until you die. For some people, that works.
Yikes.
That works. For me,
That's not it.
for Meredith, I don't know about
And
that.
listen, I'll be the first to say, like, for a while I tried to convince myself that I was, like, totally well equipped for that. I was like, yeah, like, I think Elise is more of the, like, free spirit, and I'm like, I could do that. And then I'm telling you, I had 6 months in quarantine, and I was like,
Lots of thinking.
fuck this shit. I absolutely cannot do this.
Yeah.
My life is not meant to just, you know, run on this rat race and just keep going and working and clocking in and clocking out. Like, yeah, it's not about the money. It's not about any of that. It's about, like, literally just being content in your values and who you are and serving the people that serve you. And
also surrounding yourself with people who inspire you constantly and show you love. And I think you found that. Like, I think that's just something that a lot of people search for their whole lives. And it's just really cool to meet people and meet you who are living that life, you know?
Yeah. This is still a dream come true for me. Like, I still wake up like, damn, I'm like really a celebrity bodyguard. It's like when I walk into some places in St. Louis, they go Bigtone. Hey, can I take a picture with you?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, that's strange.
So cool.
Yeah.
But I take it anyway, and then get them a piece of advice. But every person that I always want to encounter in life, I leave them with something, no matter what it is. Like, I try to give them some type of advice because that's just who I am. It was done to me, so I'm giving it right back to them. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of big homies, man. Like the homie that owned Decon Records, Big Ump. They call him Big Ump. He was a big homie to me. My brother Cal, man, I talk about him a lot in everything I do because he was a big homie to me, like a big brother that I ain't never had before. My mom, my dad, my uncles and stuff like that. So I had a lot of good people around me, but I learned that hustle from my mom. Now, like my mama was a hustler.
Yes,
like,
I love that.
She did her in front of in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? She did her in the kitchen. I was selling plates, learning how to wash cars. Like every client that she did, that's how I learned to hustle.
Yeah.
And I just knew then I wasn't meant to work for nobody. I was always meant to work for myself.
Yep.
And I've been an entrepreneur ever since. You feel me?
There it is. I love that. There it is.
Also, Dylan and I, so Dylan does our sound and is helping us this weekend.
What up, Dylan?
Shout out Dylan.
Yeah, shout out Dylan.
What's up, Dylan?
But what you just said about leaving someone with a piece of advice, I think that's so powerful. We were talking about this yesterday. We had a really great day. We had also another great interview, and we felt very, like, uplifted and, like, we kind of leveled up when we were around her. Right. And, like, the feeling of being around people like that is such a special thing and something that made us realize, like, oh, we're just going to chase that high for, like, the rest of our life. But then, I mean, you said, and this resonated with me, the idea that, like, you can be that person that leaves someone else with that feeling. Like, isn't really that cool. Such a cool concept to think that, like, I could leave today and I felt like I was, for example, I feel very impacted, very, like, welcomed and loved by you, and I've just met you. But imagine if I could make someone feel the same way. Yeah. I will do that. I'll chase that 100 times before I worry about if it's going to be the thing that makes me the most money or, you know what I mean? Like, that is the purpose of why we're here, I think.
Yeah, way more important. Wow. Definitely.
Ooh, I love it. Ooh. I have another question for you. So, and we met Q today, who owns this amazing, gorgeous shop. And you told me that you had gone up to, like, can you tell me your story of meeting him? And I just think it ties back to, like, surrounding yourself with specific people.
So, a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know that I was homeless 2010. Sleeping on the streets of St. Louis, actually, like, sleeping on the street. Then I was staying in a shelter at this place called the Larry Rice Building. So that was 2010. So it was like from July 2010 to the end of 2010, like October. So, that just, there was a lot of growth in that. I found out, I discovered who I really was as a person, as a human, as a man, for real. I had to really rely on myself and trust myself. So the end of 2010 came. I found the job, and what's so crazy, I ended up, I had worked, my brother Johnny, my god brother Johnny, took me in, basically. Like, he was like, man, you can sleep on my couch, bro, like, you can come here. So off of that, he gave me newfound hope, like a new chance of hope. Like, so I was like, damn, all right, well, bet. I got hope now. Like, okay, well, God, this is what you want me to be around. This is what's going to happen. So then off of that hope, I had a second chance at life, I feel like.
Wow.
And after that second chance, our homie Renzo was dancing with Sierra and married to Tiffany Evans. And I ended up, he was dancing. He was like, man, if you come down to Atlanta, bro, I got you. So me and Johnny went, and we drove. I rode with him. Johnny was moving down there, but I was just like, I was working at this place called CarQuest. I was like, man, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, I called him like, yo, man, I ain't even coming back here. Like, I'm not even gonna waste y'all time, man. So I ended up going down to Atlanta with him, riding down there. We didn't know what the hell we about to get ourselves into, but I was like, fuck it, bro. Like, shit, we die together, bro. I'm with you. So we get down there. So Renzo actually hooked us up, and that night it was just like life changing. So then when I met Q, Q had a fundraiser at the Larry Rice building. He was feeding the homeless, and I was just like, bro, hey man, I'm back in St. Louis, bro. I want to pull up, man. I can bring some waters. Like, I mean, I wasn't really working like that.
Yeah.
Like, hell, I had just fucking really recouped from being homeless. So, so I dropped the waters off, and he was like, and this is our first time ever meeting each other. We ain't never like talked in person. So then when I pulled up, I was like, damn, it just brought back an eerie feeling because I was just there. Like, I was just standing there.
Right.
So then I told him, I was like, bro, I was just standing here not too long ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, damn, for real? And off of that, he was like, bro, like, whatever you need, man. Like, just, I was like, no, don't make it a sympathy thing, cuz like, I'm good now. Like, bro, I'm straight. Right. But off of that, it just changed my life because he was giving back, and then now after that, I started giving back to the homeless. I do that in secret. Like, I cook, so I made like 2 tubs of chili. I try to make sure I get them warm water. I go down there, don't be around nobody. So yeah. So after that, he was just a person that I seen his hustle, his drive, and that just changed my life. So I was like, fuck it, like shit. This is what we finna do, bro. I'm with it. And then after that, I ain't never looked back, man. Like. So to answer your first question about me, what would I tell myself at 20, my 20-year-old self, I would say, man, keep going, cuz, like, don't give up, Dirty. Like, you good. You gonna be straight. Like, for real. Like,
definitely.
That was, like, the most full circle, beautiful moment of, like, trusting for some people. For, I think, me and you, it's God. I don't know how Elise feels about this, but God, the universe, whatever it is. Like,
I'm also
there's
a very
power in that.
Spiritual person.
For
sure.
Too.
For sure.
Definitely. And I think... honestly, like, I think we are all connected so much tighter than a lot of people realize. So I think the power in people and obviously mentors, like we said, too, is just so important. But that's a beautiful story.
I appreciate that.
It's a beautiful story.
But it gets even crazier, like, cause shit. 2018, hell, I was always afraid of being homeless again.
Yeah.
So that was a fear that plagued me for so long.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit no more. That rock bottom shit ain't no easy thing, man. You got to be really mentally tough for that shit.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So, then having a popularity, like, I was a popular person, so having that popularity with it, that shit was made it 10 times harder.
Right.
So, shit, when Smino called me for the gig, I was like, fuck, man, I don't know what I'm about to do because I'm like, I was working at this place called Moda. I was working a 9 to 5. So I was really bouncing back from a bad breakup that I was just going through. So I'm bouncing right back. So the same thing that plagued me, if I felt like I haven't learned the lesson in that homeless situation. So I had to revisit it again. I felt like, then I revisited it again. It ended up happening again. Like, but I wasn't homeless though, but my lights was off. Gas was off. Damn, they're about to get evicted, like the next day type shit.
Yeah.
And Smino called me. I got the call like February 2019. So I got the call. So from fucking October 2018 all the way to February, I wasn't paying no fucking rent. So man, it was it was a finesse for real.
Yeah.
It wasn't no finesse, but it was like it was just meant. So I was like, fuck it, like shit. I was gonna get ready to move. So I'm like, I'm packing up, like, y'all, I don't know what's gonna happen. Right. But then Smino called me and was like, man, I wanted to take you on a tour with me. They didn't know what was going on. So
wow.
Then, did nobody know. So I moved in with I packed my shit up, put it in the stores, moved in with my grandma, and then the next month, I was the fuck out of here, bro. I was like, I bought my ticket, I was gone.
Wow.
I mean, shit like that happens, and like, I mean, again, I'm a spiritual person. I'm not trying to get on my soapbox and preach here, but like, come on,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like how does that shit happen? And it's just like, oh, it's just mere coincidence. Like, no, there's something greater working for us.
Yeah.
And that shit happens to good people too. Sure. You know what I mean? Like that's true. That's amazing. I mean,
yeah, that shit was crazy, man. But I learned a lesson in that though.
Yep.
But I overcame it. So now I ain't homeless no more. Like I got a crib in Charlotte. I got a crib here in Chicago. So I was like, if I don't want to be here, I can go here. Then I'm about to move to LA. So it's like,
that's awesome.
I ain't gonna never be homeless again. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Real.
All right. So looking forward, what are you most excited for in the next upcoming years?
Man, tours and being able to open up businesses again.
How do you want to expand Dillards?
As far as Dillards Executive Protection, so I'm planning on doing more like corporate security and site security stuff too. But I'm branching off to do more clients as well, like some more celebrities and more entertainers and executives. We want to get into politicians, so that's how I plan on like expanding.
Okay.
Different marketing plans. I have a great business partner by the name of Alicia. Like dope.
Alicia. Yeah. Alicia from
right here.
This lovely lady right here.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
She's in the room as well if you're listening.
Turn it down, man. Shout out to bro, man. So, and like, man, she just basically she's helping me get to the next level, like, because I ain't used to all of this. Like, I'm like, I know how I want shit going. She's like, no, you can explain. Like, you can do this, you can do this. They're like,
yeah, all
right, man, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna follow your lead, man.
Yep.
Tell me where I need to be. I got you.
Right.
Then you need people like that.
Yeah, definitely.
In your circle, though,
you
like,
do.
That really
on your team, on your side.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, like partners, like friends that really believe in you, like just like shit, like these are like, cause they say it's so hard to like be friends with people. Like, man, fuck that. Like my friends, all of my like female friends and male friends, they treat me the same way, like a brother. Like I got you. I'm gonna do this way. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like those people are hard to come by. Like,
right.
You grab like shit. Fuck that.
Hold on to them tight.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
especially
for sure.
Smino's partner Danita. Like Danita is the best. Like she took care of 15 motherfuckers. Like, but she was like the mama, but younger than everybody.
Aww.
She was like that person that kept all our ass intact.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Yeah.
No, it's so important to find those people and keep them. Yeah.
Keep them, yeah.
Because they're the ones that are going to help you behind the scenes. I think people see, like, I know what my end goal wants to be. I know this is what I envision for myself, but how the fuck do I get there?
Right.
It's like, you have to surround yourself with the people that know exactly how to get there, right? And are going to be willing to help you. So it's a whole process, for sure.
Well, I'm honestly like just so grateful. Like the one word to sum up this whole podcast episode is just grateful. Grateful to meet you. Grateful to have you here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So same here. Like I appreciate y'all, because I mean this is something new for me, but I mean. We here.
Yeah, we here.
In St. Louis.
We're gonna get some toasted ravioli after this.
He's about to show us his city. Let's plug something. So go follow at Shop Ambition. Go follow at I Am Bigtone.
Sure.
And then of course at This Is Your .20s.
Yeah, and Alicia, what is your company as well?
It's
Pro Talk.
Follow Pro Talk.
And the Instagram is at Pro Talk. Go follow. Go support.
Shout out DNA too.
Oh God.
Shout out everyone.
Yeah, go ahead. Shout out who you need to.
So shout out to my family. Shout out all my friends. Zero Fatigue, Metro Boomin, Boominati, everybody, like all the homies. Earth Gang, Greenville, Shop Ambition, DNA. Like, shout out everybody in St. Louis, man. Man, I love my city. Like,
yeah, literally.
I love my city. Like, you know what I'm saying? I represent it everywhere we go. Like, I love St. Louis. So, and that's about it, man, with shout outs, though. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in St. Louis. Especially.
Yeah, all love.
Yeah.
For real, for sure.
Well, any final thoughts?
As far as, like,
Advice, anything.
Anything, really.
I would just say for people that were looking at this, like going to business for themselves, just to do things outside the normal, like don't get into a routine. Routines are things that'll lead you down a path of destruction. You're like, because you're so used to doing the same thing, you're not used to doing anything new. Yeah. So you don't give your brain a chance to learn something new. Always expand. Always want to like go above and beyond what you expected to do. I go above and beyond what's expected of me when I'm bodyguard. I make sure bro got hand sanitizer. I make sure bro, this is before all this corona stuff. I made sure he had alcohol. Hey bro, I got some tea for you, dirty. Hey, I got that already made, so the assistant ain't got to do it for you. Yeah. Hey man, take this shit. This is gonna be good for you when you get off the stage. Yeah. Before you go pass out some goddamn word, take this fucking Pedialyte. Here go your orange juice.
Pedialyte.
Stay hydrated.
Like, and bruh, just trust me. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like I go above and beyond. Yeah. Do what's unexpected of you. Like
yeah,
when I'm around people, I try to make sure that I give a piece of advice, but always trust God. And trust yourself. Yeah. Like believe in yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Love yourself. Like. When you love yourself, man, I know this is about to go to a whole nother place, love yourself. Like I had to learn that shit. Like when I started loving myself, I stopped being around and accepting things that wasn't meant for me. Like as far as relationships, as far as friendships, business relationships, whatever it was, like I started loving myself. I was able to build enough courage to say, fuck no, I don't want to do this shit. Right. Hell no, I ain't going to do that shit. Nah, hell no, that ain't me. Right. I don't want to do that. So I started loving myself more. And that's what made me give me that courage of standing up for myself too. Mm-hmm. Know when to say no, know when to say yes, know when to say, all right, bet I got this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. That's the core. Loving yourself is number one. Yeah. We could have a whole podcast on relationships
too. You know what I'm saying?
I see you posting all this Aries shit.
April 1st.
That's a lover right there.
Well, and if you can't love yourself, you're always going to accept a type of treatment that you think is what you deserve, when in reality it just doesn't serve you anymore.
That's your core. Know who you are. Love yourself.
For sure.
The rest will fall into place as it should, I'm pretty sure.
Love others, and that's number 3.
Yeah.
And fucking just be great, God damn it. Do what the fuck was unexpected.
Hell yeah.
So be great, man. Just love life, shit. We only get one, God damn it. Shit.
Yep.
You better enjoy the fuck out of it, because once you're gone, that's it.
Yep. But that's what the show's about. You nailed it. That was it. Yeah. We don't need any more episodes.
Drop the mic,
done.
please drop the mic right now. Don't actually do
that. No, don't do that. Yeah, he's going to be like... No, but thank you so much. Bigtone. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me.
So as always, we plugged out all the social medias, but also give us a review on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It means the world to us. Check out our YouTube. Run that up, because we're still working on that whole YouTube thing. Mm-hmm. That's a whole different ball game. But we love you.
Follow us on Instagram. This is your .20s. Yep. Twitter is this is your _20s. Yep. And then check out our website, thisisyour20s.com. We have everything you need there in one spot. So if you can't remember all the things that we just told you, just go there and you'll find everything you need.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah.
But all love. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week.
Yes.
All right, dirty.
Bye.